What's good, everyone? We're back with another one. We're just going to be going over what trades we took today and how you could have executed on those trades so you could have made yourself some money. So, coming into the day, I did trade London today. We did catch some shekels on it. So, I knew that we were bullish on the daily, but my interest was actually going on within the cycle. So, I know that the 4 hours bullish, all that, but I'm interested in what's going on within the cycle. I noticed that we have this imbalance to fill within here, which is theoretically the only imbalance that has yet to be filled until this one. So the chances that we fill this imbalance and take this liquidity seem relatively high to me. So the confluences I used for that were quite simple. We had an hourly break of structure here, which already gave me some bearish confluence. So I marked out that change of character right here, slash break of structure, because technically we changed character here. And from there, I noticed that we had our liquidations here. Here. And yeah, so let me scale onto the 5 for even more clarity. And yeah, I just noticed these breaks. The 3 showed me the thing that I really wanted to see, which was just, okay, swept out, broke structure, came back in, did not mitigate this zone but the further zone. Saw that, I was like, okay. So when I saw this actually start to break by this, don't mind the mortar cycle, I started to say, cool, I would like to enter off the high of the inefficiency and the order block that was made here and target the previous day's high of London session as my final TP and the start of the fair value gap as my second TP. I wanted to leave my stops here, but I was unsure whether or not it would be this zone or this zone that would get taken, so I just left it as this. And we banked the quick 1.5 hour off of this. And then we came into New York. And we're coming into New York session. We also traded NASDAQ and gold. Only, NASDAQ we traded at the New York Open. But yeah, this is what we saw on NQ. We just saw that here coming into the day. We are extremely bullish, cracking all-time highs on the daily. The 4 hour is also bullish. We've just swept all of this liquidity, right? We've invalidated this order block that was made here by literally reacting and breaking structure off of it. So to me, I was like very much interested in seeing if this hourly break of structure would hold. So no, I was very interested in observing if this break of structure would hold on the hourly because it would have pretty much validated a move lower. However, the break of structure not holding here said that, okay, this could actually potentially be a move higher because daily and 4 hour were both bullish. And this 4 hour impulse slash hourly impulse that appeared at market open is likely just a move to take people in the opposite direction. So I scaled down here and I'm like, okay, I just really like to see NASDAQ and ES come into a time of confluence where they both are moving together, because usually what happens is one or the other will take you out with a break of structure that's actually not valid. And you'll notice that here, NASDAQ actually broke structure, whereas ES didn't, and most likely most people would have been stopped out. Upon noticing that we broke structure again, I decided to enter, taking my first profit here, second profit here, and I still have the rest of my volume running here for this final TP. If it hits, we'll secure another 2R for the day. But so far from this trade, we have secured about 1.2 R or so. This has been a half R right here, and on this 1 to 2, we had 1.25. Took another 0.6 off of that, so approximately 1.2 R. And let me show you guys the gold trade to finish this off, because the gold trade, in fact, was a losing trade, and it's very important that you guys also see the trades that I lose, because I feel like it's portrayed as if I win a lot, which in general I like to think I do, but it's not every second of the day, you know. Yeah, so this is just a mistake and a poor execution from my part, really, now that I'm looking at it. I didn't see it after the opportunity. So the daily, in fact, is bearish for gold, but we have equilibrium to mitigate on the higher time frame. So I am open to taking moves within the retracement back to equilibrium. So For me, I noticed that I wanted to take this order block. That was my main goal. So I noticed that the 4 hour was breaking structure externally within the retracement, for lack of a better word, but let's consider the retracement the main move. So externally, and internally, we are breaking structure on the hourly. This 4 hour, you're probably wondering, I consider this to be a wick in general. Small bodies I like to not consider, or I just consider as internal structure, which is just engineered liquidity. So what I notice here is internally we start to break to the upside. We have hourly break of structure to the upside, so on and so forth. And when we come into New York, I like to see equilibrium get mitigated, or the order block that was made / invalidated become revisited, or at least this liquidity get taken. So what I ended up doing, which was fine, but not the best form to execute considering how risk on that was this. And I said, okay, I'm calm to enter here because we've already mitigated equilibrium, but I should have recognized that we have these fair value gaps, specifically this one, to take here, or I should have been pulling here and taking equilibrium to this move and saying, okay, I would like to see this get swept. So on the 5 minute, I noticed that we're maintaining bullish structure, but we mitigated the last liquidity sweep that occurred on the 5 minute, and we were reacting bullish off of it. And I entered, which pretty much ended up stopping me out with the 2 candles, only for it to mitigate 50% / the fair value gap that was made within here. It's relatively clear if you really want to get into the nitty-gritty details. And we just mitigated this fair value gap, broke structure off of it, made a new fair value gap, reacted off of it. Likely could have took the trade within here. If not, you could have took it off of this and took this position. And you probably would have printed your way to here for 3R, and then all the way to here for an approximate full close of, give or take, 5R. But yeah, that's in essence the day. 2-1 on the day. And so far so good for the week. See you guys on this next video. Like, follow, subscribe, and join the Discord because it's pretty much free money and it's free mentorship that I'm willing to do.